What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023. Got a pretty decent slate of games today. Got NBA. There's some hockey. There's a couple of NIT games tonight. Get back to the NCAA March Madness tomorrow. Had the World Baseball Classic last night. My picks yesterday went 2-2. I was 2-1 in the NBA. And 0-1 in the World Baseball Classic. I took Japan at the +1.5. They won by 1 run.
I went 4-2.
I lost that one.
I went, believe it or not, my NBA parlay hit. I went 3-0, 1-2 in my NHL. So I went 4-2. 1-2 in my NHL.
Okay, so yeah, I went 2-2. I'm 163 and 141 on the year. It was better than the day before where I went 0 for 4, which hadn't happened in a long time. But went 2-2. Like I said, could have done a little bit better. But I was rooting for Team USA, but yeah. I did. I thought Japan would win the game. But I thought they'd win it by more than 1 run. I really did, just because of the United States pitching, which held up a little bit better than what I thought it would. Because I really thought Japan would score more than 3 runs. And if you watch that game, Japan probably should have scored more than 3 runs with all the walks we had. Yeah. And we walked bases loaded, I think twice. No, at least once. And 1 inning, struck out the first 2 batters, or got the first 2 batters out, then walked the next 3. It's like,
I think the World Baseball Classic was a pretty good success.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This is I watched it. This is one of the first years I've actually watched quite a bit of it. I didn't watch much of it back in 2017. I think that was the last time they had it. Didn't watch much of it. I watched it. I'll definitely watch it again when it comes back on. I think in 2026. The atmosphere was just crazy. The fans. I kind of wish Major League Baseball fans was kind of like at the stadiums got like that rowdy. It was fun to watch it. I said this yesterday. I don't know if you was watching on the afternoon show when I said it. It kind of reminds me of Little League Baseball on steroids.
Yeah,
because you have the different cultures of all the different fans, and you get to see how the different fans interact.
Even some of the rules with the pitching.
Yeah, and even some. So I mean, it's almost kind of like the Little League World Series on steroids. So I enjoyed it. Game last night. I watched most of that game. Might have missed an inning here or there, just doing something, but I had it on the whole time in here, and getting to see Mike Trout, versus Ohtani was the way the game closed out. You couldn't really ask for a better storyline there. Of course, Trout didn't come through, but
no. And I heard some people pretty critical. I mean, today on the afternoon, it's baseball. It's hard to hit a baseball. I mean,
especially when it's coming at you 102 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he hits you with the 88 mile per hour slider.
Like you said before, you've said it many times before. If you hit the ball 30% of the time, you're considered a Hall of Famer almost. If you have a lifetime 300 batting average, you're almost a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, baseball's a game of failure. I've said it for years. It's a game of more times than not in the game of baseball, you're going to fail.
Do you think that's the toughest sport to play?
I put it right up there with about
greatest athlete Michael Jordan was. He couldn't hit a curveball.
I put it right up there with about any. It's so hard. Like I said, what any other game that you can fail most of the time and you get glorified for it. I mean, even in the NBA, if you're not shooting close to 50%, you're not. You know, I mean, you have some guys that can get by without shooting, but I mean, your guys are scorers. If you're not shooting, I mean, baseball, hell, if you're hitting 260, nowadays you only have to hit 300. If you can hit 260, 270, you're basically, if you're over 25%, if you can go at least 20 hit the ball 25% of the time in Major League Baseball, that you're considered doing pretty damn good. It is. It's. I mean, you're going to fail more times than you're going to succeed.
Yep.
It's a fun game to watch. I don't know if I agree with these guys that think that these new the pitch clock and these rules are really going to speed the game up as much as they think. They were saying on the afternoon show that they think the games are going to be like cut down to like 2.5 hours.
I hope so. I thought I'd like when we went to the minor league game we went to and they used it. I liked it.
No, I'm not saying I don't like it. I just don't
But
know if it's
I don't
going to,
know.
because I don't have a problem with them doing it at all. I just don't know if is it going to speed it up that quick?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. I think baseball can be a tough product to watch because there's so many games. I think and they're never going to change it. I think baseball would be a better
And like I
product.
told them earlier, I understand. Like if I go watch a baseball game live, I get there, I'm not sitting there. Oh, hope this game's over in 2.5 hours. I don't.
No.
Now on TV, when you're
It's
watching
different.
on TV, yes, if a game takes 3.5 hours, yeah, it's totally different. But if you're there live, I don't think most of the fans that are there live worry about the speed of the
And
game.
it's also hard because baseball are playing so many games, 162 games a year, and even if you follow, it's hard for you to be able to have the time to sit down and watch when they play 5 or 6 games a week to have 3.5 hours
No, yeah, no,
a night to watch. That's where radio was always big. You know, I growing up, I listened to more on the radio than I'd ever watched.
I still like listening to games.
Oh, yeah, I always did.
Yeah, I like watching. I still watch games on the radio,
Especially if there's really good announcers, and over the years the Reds had really good announcers, so it was really enjoyable.
All right, give me 1 second, and I'll get these odds pulled up, and we'll jump into today's games. I got pretty good slate of NBA games. Jets trade Elijah Moore and 3rd-round pick to the Browns.
Getting middle wide receivers.
Wait a minute, that has me confused. Jets traded Elijah Moore and 3rd-round pick to Browns. Browns received 2nd-round pick. What am I missing here? That makes no sense. Says the Jets trading Elijah Moore and 3rd-round pick to Browns. And then underneath it says Browns received 2nd-round pick. Is that supposed to be Jets received 2nd-round pick?
I would assume that's the Jets getting the second.
That makes no sense there.
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
I was just making sure I wasn't reading it.
No,
wrong.
that's what it said.
Because I was like, wait a minute. That makes, because you see what I'm saying? It says that. Now I did see that. I like that pickup for the Jets.
Hardman he didn't have a lot of catches, but
he got some injuries last year.
Had some injuries, but also, they had, he was pretty much their number 3 receiver, or maybe even 3 or 4 receivers. So I mean, kind of like McKenzie from Buffalo, the opportunities weren't there, and plus, like you said, he had some injuries. Dude's got a lot of speed. And does he do kick returns too?
I think he can.
I think he had it in the past at times.
There we go. I can finally share shit again. They had me shut down yesterday. That's why I wouldn't let me share. I could share on my page, but I couldn't share anything like groups or anything. They restricted me. Assholes. I've been doing pretty good about spreading it out enough where I hadn't been getting restricted, but it didn't.
It still says that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That don't make a whole lot of sense. All right, let's jump into today's slate. Oh, what did I just do? Today's slate of games. Rob Scott said he was taking the 76ers today. Isn't that what he said?
I didn't
think that's the game he was talking about when he was doing the little promo for Easy Money and Jay was talking over it.
I heard the Easy Money thing, and Jay talked right over it, and I give Jay hell, and he never responded to it. Don't be talking over a damn promo. What the hell's wrong with him?
But yeah, it was
Rob Scott nice guy. Rob Scott goes out of his way to promote our show, and
yeah, Jay was
moron talks right over it.
They had Jay fired up. But yeah, they were. I think it was when it came to. I think it was the 76ers Bulls game because the Bulls beat the 76ers extras the other day, and he said that Embiid was going to drop 40 on him tonight.
Oh, okay.
Even though he's a
Bulls fan.
Bulls fan.
Bulls fan, Golden State fan. What are we now?
He'll tell you, and he has always said this. He's a Bulls fan and a Steph Curry fan.
Steph Curry.
But first game, the Denver Nuggets at the Washington Wizards. The Nuggets are 8.5-point favorites, minus 335 on the money line. The Wizards are plus 270 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 226.5. Nuggets are 48-24 on the season, 2-3 over their last 5 games. Wizards are 32-40 on the season, 1-4 over their last 5. The Nuggets do lead the season series 1-0. I like the Nuggets to win this game, but I don't like the 8.5 points just because the Nuggets have been struggling here over the last. I think they're 5-5 over the last 10 games, so they're pretty much 500 over the last 10. But Washington, if I remember correctly, Washington is coming off of this is a second game of back for the Wizards, though, as the Wizards got beat by the Magic last night and got beat pretty good. I think they ended up coming back, making it close, but Magic did beat them last night. So this is the second game of back-to-back for the Wizards. So that's something to think about. That's why I do favor the Nuggets to win, but the 8.5 is just a little too many points for me. Next game, the New York Knicks at the Miami Heat. The Heat are 2-point favorites at home, minus 126 on the money line. The Knicks are plus 108 on the money line. Over-unders at 224.5. If I quit hitting buttons I'm not trying to hit. Knicks are 42-31 on the season, 3-2 over their last 5 games. They lead the season series 2-0 against the Miami Heat. Heat are 39-34, 3-2 over their last 5. I like the New York Knicks here. This was at plus 1.5, so it's actually went to plus 2, so it's moved up toward the Heat some. I'm going to go with the Knicks at the plus 2. Next game, the Golden State Warriors at the Dallas Mavericks. Never mind, that game is locked right now, so I can't see the odds. So we'll go on to the next game and then come back to that one. Indiana Pacers at the Toronto Raptors. Raptors are 9-point favorites, minus 405 on the money line. The Pacers are plus 320 on the money line. Over-unders at 234.5. The Pacers are 32-40 on the season, 2-3 over their last 5. Raptors are 35-37, 3-2 over their last 5. So these teams have had similar seasons. But the Pacers do lead the season series 2-0 against the Raptors, and one of them games was in Toronto. One of them was in Indy. I like the Pacers here at the plus 9. I think either team could win this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't look for it to be a blowout. So I like the Pacers at the plus 9. Next game is the San Antonio Spurs at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 17.5-point favorites, minus 1,800 on the money line. The Spurs are plus 980 on the money line. Over-unders at 238. Spurs are 19-53 on the season, 2-3 over their last 5. The Bucks are 51-20, 2-3 over their last 5. The Spurs do lead the season series versus the Bucks, 1-0. I like the Bucks to win the game. 17.5 points. Those too many points. I'm not taking that, but I do like the Bucks. They're the much better team.
You gonna take the 17? Yeah.
No, I'm not taking the 7. It's not a game I'm taking, but I would favor the Bucks.
No, I was asking you. Hey, ain't you going to take that 17.5?
Oh, no,
man, come on.
Too many points.
No, I mean, not give up the points. Take the points.
No, not doing that with the Spurs either. Anytime I pick the Spurs, they bit me in the ass.
Every time I pick against the Spurs, they bite me in the ass. So I stay away from the Spurs. Stay away from the Houston Rockets. Every time I pick the Houston Rockets or against the Houston Rockets, they actually win the game.
Yeah, it's true. Next game, the Atlanta Hawks. Or actually, let's go back up here to the Warriors real quick. Warriors and Mavs. Warriors are 1.5-point favorites on the road. Minus 120 on the money line. Mavs are plus 102 on the money line. Over-unders at 236.5. Warriors are 37-36 on the season. Mavs are 36-36 on the season. Both teams are 2-3 over their last 5, and the season series between these teams is tied 1-1. I think the Warriors are going to win this game, but being on the road is not one that I'm picking the Warriors on the road. They just haven't played well enough. I think they won 8 games on the road all season.
They're on a 1-game winning streak on the road.
That's true.
They're going, they're going to turn it around right now. They're going to be 2 in a row.
They could.
I don't think they've had 2 in a row this year.
Probably not, because they've only won, I think,
8. So, yeah, probably not.
Atlanta Hawks, Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves are 5. Let's get over this. Okay, never mind. Timberwolves are 5-point favorites, minus 205 on the money line. The Hawks are plus 172 on the money line. Over-unders 241. The Hawks are 36-36 on the season. Timberwolves are 36-37 on the season. Both teams 2-3 over their last 5. Timberwolves do lead the season series 1-0. The Hawks are on a second game of a back-to-back as they played the Pistons last night, and they destroyed the Pistons. This is a game I'm staying away from. I kind of favor the Timberwolves, but I really don't like the 5 points. And then next game, the Houston Rockets at the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are 12.5-point favorites, minus 900 on the money line. The Rockets are plus 610 on the money line. Over-under on this game is at 231.5. I like the Grizzlies in this game, but I don't like the 12.5 points. Grizzlies are 4-1 over their last 5. I think Morant's going to make the return tonight for the Grizzlies. And the Rockets, every time I bet against the Rockets, they seem to play well. So it's a game I'm staying away from, kind of like you said. You have the Philadelphia 76ers at the Chicago Bulls. The 76ers are 3.5-point favorites on the road, minus 166 on the money line. Bulls are plus 140 on the money line. Over-unders at 221.5. Both these teams have been playing well here as of late. Bulls have had an up and down season. 76ers are 48-23 on the season, 4-1 over their last 5. Bulls are 4-1 over their last 5 with a record of 34-37 on the season. The Bulls do lead the season series 2-1 against the 76ers. One of those games, Joel Embiid did not play. I like the 76ers at the minus 3.5. Bulls beat the Sixers, I think, Sunday or Monday earlier in the week. And I think I look for the Sixers to play a better game tonight. And I could have swore there was – all right, then you have the Portland Trailblazers at the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are 5-point favorites at home, minus 205 on the money line. Trailblazers are plus 172 on the money line. Over-unders at 235. Portland is 31-40 on the season, 0-5 over the last 5 games. The Jazz are 35-36, 4-1 over their last 5. Portland does lead the season series 2-1 versus the Jazz. But I like the Jazz at home here at the minus 5. Jazz have been playing good basketball here as of late, and I look for that to continue tonight at home. And then last game of the night, the Phoenix Suns at the Los Angeles Lakers. Suns are 1-point favorites, minus 116 on the money line. Lakers are minus 102 on the money line. So this game's close to a pick 'em. Over-unders at 229.5. Suns are 38-33 on the season, 1-4 over their last 5. Lakers are 35-37, 2-3 over their last 5. Suns do lead the season series 2-0. Still no Kevin Durant tonight for the Suns. He's still out, and it's looking like DeAndre Ayton's probably going to be out for the Suns as well. Don't think LeBron is still out for the Lakers, but looks like Davis will probably play. This is a game I was going to take the Suns, but with DeAndre Ayton maybe not playing, you already have Durant out. This is a game I'm going to stay away from, even though I do favor the Suns to win. But with the injuries they're having, it's a game I'm going to stay away from. My picks for the NBA tonight: I'm going with the New York Knicks at the +2, Pacers +9, 76ers -3.5, and the Utah Jazz at the -5.
Okay, my NBA parlay for tonight. I got Denver at Washington. I'll take the over 226.5. I got the Knicks at the Heat. I'm gonna take over 224.5, and I have Atlanta at Minnesota. I'm gonna take under the 241. That's my NBA parlay for tonight. I have there was only 2 games in the NHL. I went ahead and picked them, and I also got some college basketball that I did. I got Pittsburgh at Colorado. I'll take Colorado money line win. I got Arizona at Edmonton. I'll take Edmonton money line win. You doing college basketball?
I just got one. I'm gonna take Cincinnati at the +1.5 against Utah Valley.
I did 3 games. I did Cincinnati money line win at Utah Valley. I did UAB versus Vandy. I'll take Vandy money line win, and I got East Carolina at Charlotte. I'll take Charlotte -4.5.
3 games. I only saw there was 2 games.
No, the UAB is playing Vandy tonight, and then
Yeah.
Charlotte and Eastern Kentucky play at 5.
It's not showing it on here.
Did you have UAB and Vandy?
Yeah. On FanDuel, I have UAB.
Yeah, Eastern Kentucky and Charlotte play at 5 on ESPN2.
Yeah. This have a 7 and a 9 o'clock game is all they're showing on here. Okay. Yeah, but I'm going with I'm gonna go with Cincinnati at the +1.5.
I didn't know a lot about UAB, but I knew Vandy almost made the tournament. So I went with them money line.
Yeah, I wonder why they're not showing that other game. That's kind of weird. But that's how it works out sometimes. The NCAA tournament starts back up tomorrow, so with the slate of games for the Sweet 16, 4 games tomorrow and 4 games on Friday. So,
who's going to be in the championship game? I don't even know the bracket. So,
yeah, I'd have to look at the bracket, but I'm gonna have Alabama,
Houston, Alabama.
I don't know.
No, I know Miami Warriors.
I don't think Houston's getting by Miami.
That side's really opened up because Marquette lost, and
well, on that side, no, that side because if Houston can win and Texas wins, it'd be Houston versus Texas.
Yeah, but then also,
oh yeah,
Marquette's down. They was the 2 seed. Marquette got beat by Michigan State.
Yeah, and the number 1 seed had already got beaten on that side.
Yeah,
Purdue. All right, when the Purdue was number 1 seed,
I think so.
But no, I think that's about it for game wise today. Like tomorrow, we'll talk more about the NCAA games that are tomorrow. Got a couple of NIT games tonight. NBA. Before we get out, I'll go over my picks again. I was 2-2 yesterday and 163, 141 on the year. NBA picks for today: Knicks +2, Pacers +9, 76ers -3.5, and the Utah Jazz -5. And then in NIT, I'm going to take Cincinnati at the +1.5. Don't forget, join us tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern for GSR Gonzo Sports Room, and then also this evening, the Ladies Man Mike King, Pro Wrestler Ladies Man Mike King. He's also a promoter. He's a talent booker. Dude does everything. He'll be on. He'll be on this evening. Time to be determined still. But so be on the lookout for that. I'll try to let everybody know as quick as I can once we get. A lot of it just depends. He's real busy this week, so it's just kind of depending on his schedule with today with getting off work and stuff. Then tomorrow we have pro wrestler Jake Elliott will be joining us at 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, excited about that.
Friday, Indiana Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We'll be live from the event at 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Come join us for that. Pro wrestler Tommy Gage, who was on our show last week, is getting inducted. Ladies man Mike King is getting inducted as part of the High Rollers. You have Dr. Love getting inducted. So I mean, Shadow, Golden Gorilla. So I mean, should be a great time. Join us Friday night for that. Sunday will be live from Warrior Pro Wrestling 19, 3 p.m. Eastern live YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays. That'll be on Sunday. Should be a great show. We will be at DCCW on Saturday. We will not be able to go live. We're going to be there at the event watching and everything. Won't be able to go live for that event because of internet issues. So, but don't forget DCCW fifth year anniversary show. Saturday, doors open at 6, bell times at 7. There was a typo on the original flyer, so remember, doors open at 6, bell times at 7. Not the opposite. I forget what he had on there, but it was early. It was like 5 o'clock start time or something. Yeah. Bell time is at 7 for that. Do you have anything else?
No, I think I'm good to go.
But yeah, like I said, join us this evening. Ladies Man Mike King will be on. Then tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, GSR Gonzo Sports Room. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Between right around 3:30. Hope everybody has a great day, and we will see you guys tomorrow.